Hello students, myself Swati Agarwal. Today we are going to do our next chapter, that is components of food. Students, as we have learned earlier only, why do we eat food and why it is important for us. So now again we will do why do we eat food. Does we eat food only when we feel hungry? I think the answer will be no. We eat food, or we can say we need food to gain the energy to perform the various activities which we do in our daily life, like running, dancing, jumping, playing, sleep, or even for the sleeping also. So for all these type of the activities we need to have the energy. And from where does this energy comes from? It comes from the food that we eat. Next thing, we have learned that we have the variety of food in our daily life. Like in lunch, I have the dal, chawal, sabzi and roti. In the dinner, I had something light. In the breakfast, we had something else. So these are the variety of the food. So these variety of the foods, why do we need the variety of the food? Because the each item in a dish or in a plate, or we can say in lunch, whatever we eat, like we have the dal, chawal, chapati, and then we have the a plate of salad along with it, a curd, a pickle. So these are the variety of these food items which we had in our lunch or in our dinner. So these different types of the food or the food items have the different nutrients, or we can say they have the different components in it which are very essential for our body. So now we know that a particular dish is made up of one or the more ingredients which we obtained from. Where does we obtain these ingredients? We obtain this type of the ingredients from plants or animals only, and these ingredients contains the some components, and these components are needed by our body, which we known as the nutrients. Now students, the next question arises, what are nutrients? Nutrients are nothing but are the very essential components of the food which are needed by our body. Or we can say that nutrients are those substances which are present in our food items that our body needs to function properly throughout the day. Basically, the nutrients gives energy to our body. They protect our body against the diseases and helps in its growth and development. Now, the major nutrients in our food are the carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. In addition to it, the food also contains the water and the dietary fibers which are also needed by our body. So we will learn about these components one by one in detail now. Now student, our next topic is we are going to learn about the various components of the food items individually. Now let us discuss about the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the energy giving food. They provides the energy to our body which keeps it going throughout the day. The main carbohydrates which are found in our body are in the form of the sugars and the starch. The sources of carbohydrates includes wheat, maize, rice, jowar, potatoes, bread, etc. These are the rich sources of the carbohydrates. We can test the presence of the carbohydrate in any of the food item by the iodine test. It will turn the iodine solution into the blue-black color. Now, proteins. Proteins are very essential for our body as it helps us to maintain and the growth of our body. Protein is also known as the body building food. The main sources of proteins are the cheese, egg, pulses, meat, etc. Now, the protein can also be tested in many of the food items with the help of the caustic soda solution and the copper sulfate solution, as it will turn the food item into the violet color. This will indicates that the protein is present in a particular food item. Now the next are the fats. Fats are also known as the energy giving food, as it provides the much energy to our body. The main source of the fats are the oil, ghee, egg yolk, milk, butter, etc. Now we can test for the fat also. Take a piece of paper, crush or rub any food item on that paper. If a oil patch will appear on the paper, that means the fats are present in that particular food item. Now about the dietary fibers. Dietary fibers are also known as the roughage. It helps us to get rid of the undigested food in our body, and these dietary fibers are provided by the plant's products. Now water is, as we know that the water is very essential for our body. It absorbs all the nutrients from the food. It also helps us in throwing the fat from our body in the form of the sweat and the urine. Water needs are fulfilled from the water that we drink, usually from the juices, tea, milk, etc. Now students, about the vitamins. Vitamins are a group of organic compound which is essential in small amounts for maintaining the normal health and the development of our body. It helps in protecting our body against the diseases. It helps in keeping our eyes, bones, teeth and gums healthy. Vitamins are of the different types which are you can see in the slide. Vitamin like vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. And now there is a other group of the vitamin, that is the vitamin B, which has the other groups of the vitamins B. Now students, about the minerals. Minerals perform the important functions such as the formation of the bones, teeth and blood cell, and also maintain the normal heartbeat of our heart. So minerals are also important for our body. Now you can see in the slide the various types of the minerals and their sources from which we can get the different types of the minerals. Now student, the next topic is the balanced diet, which is very important to understand. A balanced diet is the one that contains a variety of the food items providing the different types of the nutrients in adequate amount which are necessary for maintaining for our good health. The diet should contain a good amount of the dietary fiber and water as well. The balanced diet, it includes the combination of the protein-rich pulses, sprouted seeds with the combination of the various flours and cereals for the carbohydrates and fats, along with the fruits and vegetables, of course, which are very much essential and which are rich sources of the vitamins and the minerals. In addition to making sure that the right amount of the food is eaten, it should also be ensured that the food is properly cooked so it doesn't end up losing its nutrients. That means it should be cooked very well. Repeated washing of fruits, pulses, rice and vegetables can also result in the loss of the essential vitamins and minerals. Throwing off the excess water which has been used for the cooking vegetables can also result in the loss of the nutrients. It is a well-known fact that the vitamin C get destroyed in the heat while cooking. Now, what happened if you are eating only one type of food regularly? Suppose somebody is eating a fat rich food continuously. Yes, he or she will become the fat. So we should have the each amount of the nutrients in a very balanced amount. Now, what is obesity? It is a medical condition that results from the excess intake of the fat rich foods. The excess fat gets accumulated to such an extent that it starts negatively affecting the one's health and the ability to carry out the certain activities. So students, we should not eat only one type of the food, we should have the all type of the food, that means which contains all the necessary nutrients which is useful for our body, for our proper growth and for our proper health. So we should intake the all types of the nutrients in the right amount. Now students, we are going to discuss about the deficiency of the diseases. How this deficiency of any particular nutrient will cause the disease in our body. Sometimes simply getting the adequate amounts of the food might not be enough if the food does not contain the required nutrients which we required in the right amounts. This such leads to the condition which is known as the deficiency. Diseases that occurs from the lack of an element in the diet, usually a particular of vitamin or the minerals, are known as the deficiency diseases. A diet lacking proteins may result in the skin diseases, stunted growth, diarrhea, swelling of face and discoloration of hair. A diet deficiency in both the carbohydrates and the proteins may hinder the growth completely, and the person becomes so frail and lean that he or she might not even be able to move. Deficiency of certain vitamins and minerals can cause the diseases like scurvy, goiter, anemia, as mentioned in the table which is given in the slide. Hence, one must make sure to include all the nutrients in their food and drink a good amount of the water to maintain a healthy body that should be free from the diseases. So students, so far we have learned in detail about the various components of the food which are and the various nutrients and why they are essential for our body. Thank you students.